Good morning, Masters. Today we are in the 22nd chapter of Bringers of the Dawn. Sexuality, a bridge to higher level of consciousness. So the core idea of this chapter is whatever the sexuality is presented, it is not just an physical act, but it has an energetic mechanism, latent energetic mechanism that can reconnect the humans to higher awareness, identify, and consciousness. So here this sexuality as preserved access point. So this text claims that when human DNA and memory were diminished, sexuality remained intact. So this functions as a built-in pathway to pleasure, creation, and higher awareness. So here orgasm described more than physical. So it is framed as a frequency state. It is not just a physical act. It is more than physical. So it is framed as a frequency state. The society and institutions, especially the organized religions, are said the framed sexuality as a negative or sinful. So it is limited to reproduction only. So these conditions, whatever the outward conditions created, the shame, fear, and disconnection from deeper potential. So, when the sexuality is combined with love, trust, and emotional openness, it is a bridge to the higher consciousness. And it is the way to access deeper emotional and spiritual states. So, without the emotional condition, it remains a surface level experience, just a physical experience. But it is the way to access the deeper emotional and spiritual states. Here, the emotional body is the key because whatever the emotional states you have, the growth requires engaging this emotional self. But you needed it. Many people avoid this deep intimacy and use this sexuality as a distraction instead of connection. But true transformation happens through feeling, not avoidance. You need to accept it. And whatever the relationships we have, those relationships as a mirrors, the intimate relationships, those relationships reflect your inner state. They teach us to trust the emotional depth and self awareness. This sexual connection can expose to the unresolved patterns. Not about the sexuality, but the one more experience. Like if you're close to the one person, like friend or any parents or something, you will be open to them always. And whatever the patterns in you, you will show the same patterns to the others. And the connection is just a mirror. For everyone, you will be like different, but with that person or a close relation or any friend, you will look like in a different way. So whatever these relationships, just as mirrors, so you can learn many things from those relationships. And self love before partnership. So before entering into the any kind of relationship or partnership, love yourself more and more because you attract the person. Like attracts like, you attract the same person. The learnings, whatever you have, the pending learnings, the major lessons with the partner. Here people seek validation through others. They need validation. They need praise or any judgment or something with the others. So this create the dependency and dissatisfaction if you seek validation from the people. But the real progression, when you develop the self love and internal stability, It is the first thing for the development. Then the relationships become complementary to each other, not compensatory. And those relationships will guide us how to learn from each other. And energy exchange concept. So these kind of sexual interactions described as electromagnetic energy exchange, deeper connection. So both individuals align emotionally and energetically. And this energy can heal us, can expand our awareness, but the advanced state require the emotional openness, trust, and nervous system capacity. And releasing the shame around these sexual past relationships, whatever you have experiences, whatever the experiences you have, those are for the growth, not for moral failure. So the core idea of this chapter is this energy becomes transformative only when you integrate it with self-awareness, emotional depth, and conscious intent. And DNA alteration also may happen with this. This is all about 22nd chapter, and we have the 23rd chapter because we need to complete this book today itself. And 23rd chapter is your commitment to evolve in three dimension. So whatever the knowledge, you already have the knowledge within you. The key point is to activate what is already stored inside through intention, awareness, and discipline practice. So our intention is the primary mechanism for the evolution. So our reality is shaped by clear and repeated intentions. We need to consciously define our intentions, what you want to experience today, what you want to experience in life, how you want to feel about it. So repeat these affirmations daily. What do I want to experience today? How you want to feel? How I want to feel? So because with the conscious creation, we can able to change our thought patterns. So the real problem is not the outside. The real problem is with our thoughts. So here we can change our experiences by repetition, by affirmations. For example, the pattern. I intended the health, clarity, abundance, and meaningful experiences. So if you want this, just repeat this affirmation 2 to 3 times or more than if you want to. So this framed, whatever this intention, this pattern framed as a frequency setting. We are setting our frequency. It's not a wishful thinking. We are just setting our frequency, higher vibration. And you are not just here to receive the experiences. We are meant to channel the energy, ground it into our reality. So we can bring all those experiences into reality with our energy. And all these practices, the breath work or visualization or any grounding, all those for alignment purpose. So when you do the deep breath or meditation, observation of breath, it improves the nervous system stability, the anxiety, stress, whatever you have. With the deep breathing, again you can able to connect yourself. So the breath work enables us for higher data processing, the mental clarity and calm. And whatever the visualization techniques, manifestation techniques, we are just focusing our attention. These are just practices. Increase the coherence, aligning your body, mind, and awareness. And physical grounding. The high and low energies, we need to ground every time. So after the meditation also, if you receive more and more energy, again you need grounding, the physical grounding. So low energies also we need grounding, like walking on the grass, sit on ground, be with the nature, or sun exposure. So without grounding, the information will be overloaded, the energies or information. So the information, if information is overloaded, we will get again anxiety and confusion. So all these practices, whatever we are doing, just for our alignment, to reach our true self, to connect with yourself, they all the spiritual accelerators within you. So too much simulation without grounding also leads to anxiety, disassociation. So both low and highs create some kind of problem. If you're low energy, again depression, future anxiety. High energies also sometimes create the anxiety. So we need grounding. And our emotions are data signals. So whatever emotions we feel, those emotions are not problems. They carry some information. So here what we need to do, just observe our emotions, not over identify with them. Just observe them and do not suppress them. If you suppress more and more, again you will burst someday or the other. All the emotional leakage. So feel the emotion deeply without losing the control. Just observe the emotion. They carry some information. And our body stores the memory. All our experiences, we store in the body memory, the muscle tension or any physical patterns. If you release the stress, if you release the tension, we can unlock all our internal patterns. So this is all about awareness. Just observe your state, inner state. So with the observation, you will be able to know the patterns you need to work on and avoid the over processing. Sometimes constant self analysis is also a kind of stagnation, overthinking. So this is just a process. Learn and move forward. This happens for everyone, not only just you. Each and every person, this happens for everyone. But your lesson may be different and their lesson may be different. Just go with the flow, just observe them. So do not live in your problems. You attract the problems for your learning. Just use them as a key tools and then move on. And food and sensitivity shift. Our awareness increases if you reject certain kind of foods. Your body may reject certain foods. Listen to your body signal. And living prayer, like affirmations or any kind of prayer, manifestations, those all bring the align environment, actions, and thoughts. Remove the things that drain you and keep the meaningful surroundings. Act in alignment daily. So, final key takeaway for this chapter is the mastery is holding a stable in an internal state, regardless of the external conditions. You may have thousand problems, but the mastery is the internally you need to be stable, whatever may be the external circumstances. So the here the mastery is not about having the problems. So with the problems also, your inner state will has to be stable. That is a true mastery. And the last chapter of this book, 24th chapter, the galactic tidal way of light. This final chapter describing a larger scale of awakening happening on this earth. So before the chapters also 1990, the spiritual evolution. After 1990, the spiritual evolution started on this planet Earth. So this galactic tidal wave of light symbolizes a surge of higher awareness that helps the humanity to remember its deeper nature and purpose. Whatever the chaos or confusion in the world is actually a part of a transition. We are into the transition, the old systems breaking down, so new consciousness can emerge, whatever we are going through. It emphasizes that certain individuals called the family of light are here to guide this shift, not by preaching, but by living consciously, creating the reality through thought and demonstrating the new ways of cooperation, healing, and awareness. So, the largest shift is happening on this planet Earth right now. Whatever we call the family of light, they are here to guide us. And we are the family of light, not by teaching, but we are here to live consciously. We are the living examples for them, and we can create our reality through our thought. So, the central idea of this chapter, the light body, this light body represents a transformation of human potential. So, as people evolve and they become less bound by fear or societal condition, and they can be able to more align with intuition, creativity, and multidimensional understanding. So, here as a light bodies, we are the examples for everyone. And this critical shift is needed at this point on this planet Earth, moving authority from society to the inner self, shift to the inner consciousness, inner self, trust your intuition. And this trusting intuition becomes the essential tool in this period of change. And the final message of this book concludes with a message of gratitude, recognition, and purpose. So, all this knowledge is a part of a larger design. So, Earth becomes a living library, a place of knowledge, diversity, and consciousness for many worlds. And time connects the past, present, and future. And this is a transformation, is a part of bigger universal process. And we are already carry the light within us, the knowledge of light. Trust your intuition over external conditioning. Live consciously instead of convincing the people, convincing others. You are here for a purpose in this shift. So humanity is evolving, and your role is to awaken, embody your light, help to create new, more conscious world. Thank you, Master. This is all about the bringers of the dawn. I just gave the essence of the chapters, but if you read the book, you can able to connect to this subject. The 10 minutes of whatever the essence is not enough, but somehow I tried my level best to give it. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for all my spiritual teachers for their guidance and wisdom. Thank you, Sirisha Garu, for giving this opportunity to share this wisdom on this platform. Thank you, each and everyone, for your unconditional love, and you supported me really well with the positive with your positive words. Thank you.